Good morning, Stampers. This is Joanne from the Rock, Paper, Scissors Studio, and I wanted to do something a little different than we normally do on our videos. I wanted to put a kit together with you. So Stampin' Up! Sells all kinds of kits. Some of them are home decor kits. There's scrapbooking kits. There are card making kits. There's lots of different kinds of kits. And we're going to put together cards from the Brightest Birthday Kit. Now mine's already opened, but it comes sealed in this plastic in this box. And then I want to show you what's inside. Okay, so mine, like I said, is open, so it doesn't come in quite this order when you open yours, but you do have instructions, and they are pretty detailed for each card. It will tell you what supplies you need, and then there are step-by-step instructions for each card. That's card 1, card 2. There's 3 cards in this kit, and card 1 instructions, card 2 instructions, card 3 instructions. Something else that this will show you on your instructions. Now it will show you everything that's included in your kit, but it also shows you coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. So if you want to use some of your other product, or coordinate a gift and a tag or whatever with your card, then you can know what colors are used. So this is the Brightest Birthday Kit. This one comes with its own stamp set. Some of the kits are not stamp kits, like you just make the things and they're die cut words or whatever for the other kits, but ones that require a stamp set also come with an acrylic block, and you see some embellishments in that little bag too. They also come with an ink spot to stamp your stamps with. Any adhesive that you need is included, whether it's glue dots or dimensionals. This has dimensionals and tear and tape. And then, like I said, mine's already opened. All of these little pieces are the items that we're going to use in our kit, and we're going to sort those in just a minute. Then, so you can keep track of your stamps when you buy kits, because you could use this for a lot of different things, not just the kit. It's a great birthday set, cute little balloon and all. So they give you this paper so that you can store your stamp set in whatever way you choose, with the images that show, what stamps you get. So that's called the Brightest Birthday Stamp Artwork, and you just store it with your stamps so you can see what they are, because trying to see it from this is often not ideal when you're flipping through a bunch of them. My little bird says hello. Okay. So those are all the items that are included in our kit. And now the way that we're going to start this, because we're going to put some of these cards together while we're on camera today, is we're going to pull out all of our pieces and we're going to sort them. Ooh, look at that shiny foil. Isn't that fun? Little sticker detail there. So I'm just going to start with my page that shows me what supplies go with what card. So these cute birthday candles, who also have sparkly flames, they go with card 3, and then we're just gonna sort this. Okay, this goes with card 2 and this goes with card 1. So I'll just make us a card 1, card 2, card 3. Of course, our foil is going to go with card 1 with our little box there. save this and show you that in a minute. This is the card base for card 2. And these pretty blue ones go with card 3. And the fun yellow bases, of course, then go with card 1. Okay, now I still need some, I won't divide up the embellishments, but I need these 3 balloons for card 1. And of course there's 3 cards, so I need all of these balloons. One of each color will go on each of these 3 balloon cards. And my sparkly ice cream cone, isn't that fun? That's gonna go on card 2. I love these shiny details. Y'all can tell how sparkly that is. That's just gonna really pop on the card when it's opened. Love that. And you know, the kits are not only fast, but you can do this with people who don't make cards. Like you could do this with kids, just have them put it together. Or, you know, a family gathering and you want to get together with your sisters or your nieces or whoever, your daughters, and make cards, then you could do this with kits easily. These pretty foil pieces go with card number 3. And obviously you can tell we're making 3 of each card because there's 3 of each piece. And these white details are what we're going to stamp for card 3 also. It has some shiny little dots around the border. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, but you can't tell how shiny they are. They match the foil. And they gave us 4 of these because, you know, we're stamping it. And so they give us an extra just in case you have an oopsie. We're also stamping a banner for our ice cream card. And they provide 4 of those also, in case you mess one up. You know, if you don't mess up, then you just have some extra pieces that you can put together for another card because you already have the coordinating colors on the instructions, so it's easy to, or you know, just stick it with other card pieces that you have. I don't know if you all are like me. I have extra card pieces laying on my desk all the time from things I don't use. So the last thing I want to show you before we make a card is the coordinating envelopes. Like obviously that goes with the birthday one. Here's the one that goes with the balloons and the gift. Aren't those fun envelopes? And our ice cream envelope has those stars at the bottom that coordinate with the background paper. Fun, fun, fun. Those are so fun. Okay, so we're just going to start with card 1 and we're going to make 1 of each of these. So I'm going to move these out of the way and put them back in the box. I need to pull my Stampin' Spot out, my block and my embellishments, my stamp set, and my adhesive. Okay, so instructions for card 1 tell me that inside my card it's going to be white and I'm going to stamp enjoy your day. So our card stock is 2-sided and one side is the yellow for the festive outside but then the other side is white, so I can stamp my sentiment. Now you'll notice I folded that really easy because it's already scored, and so it's really easy to fold. And you can always, if you have one, grab your bone folder to crease that fold nicely. So I'm going to stamp my inside sentiment real fast. Enjoy your day. And then we're going to work on the outside. Oh, here's my stamps. Now, if you have a full-size ink block, you can always use that. I like to set this down too. There we go. You can always use that instead of your Stampin' Spot, which I typically do, but because we're, you know, doing a little demonstration video, I'm going to go ahead and open my Stampin' Spot, and we're going to use the ink that comes with the kit. These are scored, but not very, it's not always easy to get into them, which is good because, you know, we don't want our ink to, we don't want a dry ink pad when we first get our kit. So I usually just take my scissors and cut along the rim there where that's going to open. Well, I say that, I did the first side easily. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp with my little ink spot. And inside I'm going to stamp "Enjoy Your Day." Actually, I'm going to stamp this first on a piece of scrap paper just because it's never been used. And sometimes stamps are kind of funny. They have chemicals, you know, from the factory. So we're going to stamp off. And then we're going to stamp again. Okay, enjoy your day. How fun and bright is that? If you have seen my videos before, you know I love blue, so that color thrills me. It's called Azure Afternoon. Okay, now I need to clean that stamp. Okay, now I'm back and I have cleaned this stamp. And I am ready to grab my little stars. I'll show you on my instructions. I am going to stamp a blue balloon on this string right here, and then I'm going to stamp some blue stars that match that blue balloon on this lighter blue balloon right here. So I need my balloon stamp. On our balloon. Isn't that cute? Can you see that? Isn't that adorable? Okay, now clean that stamp. We are ready to assemble everything. Okay, after we do that, our instructions, and I will show you. we've stamped our balloons and our inside of our card, and now we're going to put dimensionals. It shows little, can you see those little, it shows me where to put the dimensionals on the back of the card. So we want 1 in each corner and then 2 in the center. And then we're going to place this on our card front. Just center that there, press it down a little bit. Now step 3, I have to put a dimensional on each color of balloon. And then we're adding those to our balloon bouquet. See, we're also adding that outline sticker of the gift. So let's grab our outline sticker of our gift first. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong piece. Peel carefully. There we go. That was easy to do. I'm sorry my dogs are romping in the next room. I apologize for the noise. Okay, and we're just going to line this up carefully on our box. Oh, that's gorgeous. Can you see how that sparkles? So pretty. So pretty. And then a dimensional on each one of our balloons. And our card is almost done. Of course, you have 3 of these, and it wouldn't take much longer, you know, to do them all at once. But we're just making a sample of each really fast. This balloon goes right here. I want to make sure looks like it's attached to the string. This balloon is a little bitty one at the bottom down here. And then my green balloon's going to go up here on this string. There we go. It's so cute. And I don't know if you can tell how much it sparkles, but it's a lot. Very sparkly, very cute. Enjoy your day. And then, of course, the sparkly envelope that goes with it. And we would send that on its way. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, card number 1 is done. Let's grab card number 2 out of the box. Okay, here are my instructions for card number 2. And we're going to, the first step is to stamp Happy Birthday on our little banner piece. So let's take care of that first. Okay, let's ink this up. I haven't used Happy Birthday, so I'm just going to stamp off on a scrap paper again. I'm going to do that a couple of times. Okay, now we're ready to stamp it on our actual piece. And remember, they gave me an extra one, so if I mess it up, it's not going to mess up though. It's going to go right here, just like this. It's perfect. Yay. That's so cute. Happy birthday. And then our second step is to take our background piece, and we're using our tear-in tape, 3 strips. Can you see this? 3 strips of the tear-in tape, and then we're going to tape that onto the card front with that. So this one goes down flat. Tear-in tape is super easy to use because it's like its name. You can just tear it. Okay, now I like to go over this with my bone folder just to burnish that down. It seems to be easier to pull the backing up when you do that. And then you're just going to pull up that white backing, and this leaves a pretty strong adhesive there. Okay, so here's our card front. It was scored also, just like the others, folding it in half, and then I'm just going to center these stars right here on the front of that piece. Okay, that's step 2. Step 3 is to put my dimensionals on my ice cream cone. It uses 3 dimensionals. If you could see this close up, you would see they show you exactly where to put the dimensionals. And then I'm also going to put dimensionals on Happy Birthday, but only on the sides. Put it where they tell you to, because if you put it in the middle, it's going to mess it up, because it's going to be held up by this piece, which is already on dimensionals. So you don't want the middle on dimensionals. Okay, so we'll put our cone on first. I think I missed a step on card 1. Now that let's finish this one, and then I'll show you what I think I missed. Okay. The cone is just centered right here. And then this, we'll peel our backing off of our dimensionals for Happy Birthday. And it's going to go right across there, just like that. Isn't that cute? All the sparkles. Yes, but we're not done, because we have embellishments. That's what I'm not sure if I missed on my other card. Now, I like to pick my embellishments up. I mean, you can do it with your hand. Some people do, they take your pick tool. I find it easy to pick up with my paper snips. So it shows me that I'm going to use 3 of the orangish ones and 3 of the blue ones. Let's see what color that is. It's on the back of this. I don't want to call it orange-ish. It is Calypso Coral. And that pink color is Berry Burst. We don't have that on here, but it was on our balloons. Okay, so 3 Calypso Coral and 3 of the Azure Afternoon, and it shows me exactly where to put them. So I have 1. I said this was easier. There we go. 1 Calypso Coral, about right here. One is up here. And my third one, again, I'm just making it exactly like it tells me to. I don't usually have this trouble. Okay, It's just because you're watching. And one here. There we go. Now we need 3 of these blue ones too. Gonna put one down here. One up here. And our last one goes down here. Like that. And that card is so cute, and it's done. Now we don't have an inside greeting on this one, so you're just gonna write, hope you have a great day or something. Enjoy your day. You could stamp that again if you wanted to. It doesn't show us what to stamp inside, but you also have birthday wishes or celebrate. So choose something, stamp it inside. And of course we have our cute matching envelope. It's adorable. Card number 2 is done. Now we're to my favorite one. Card number 3 is my favorite. Let's go back to card number 1. I was supposed to put some little gems on there that I didn't do. So it's one of each color. In this last step, there's one of each color, and it tells me exactly where to put it. So my Calypso Coral little dot goes over here, and then I have a Azure Afternoon one right under that Berry Burst balloon, and then this Pool Party dot is gonna go right here next to it like that. Okay, now that card is done too. The little dots do add some color. Okay, now we're ready for card number 3, which happens to be my favorite. I don't know if it's all the fun colors, if it's this beautiful blue base. I'm not sure, but I love, maybe it's the candles. I don't know. I love this card. So this is our card base. I've already folded it in half, and step 1 of card 3 is to stamp these little stars that we used on our balloon. We're gonna stamp those all over the outside of our, like the edge of our card base. Now we don't have to worry about the middle because, you know, that layer's gonna cover a lot of it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way and grab our ink, and we're just going to stamp these stars all over the border of our card. I'm gonna turn it so it doesn't always look quite so uniform. I don't want it to be the exact same pattern repeating. So just move it around some while you're stamping, and it won't be exactly the same. Okay, now I've stamped all the way around, but I have a couple of blank spots, like in this corner and in this corner and this corner. They might not show much with this on there, but I want to just fill them in a little bit. So I'm just going to put a scrap piece of paper here where I was stamping off, and I'm just going to ink one of those stars and stamp it. You could ink 2 if you wanted to stamp 2 stars, but I'm just inking on the edge there where I felt like I was missing some spots. Okay, so that's good. And you see I didn't stamp in the middle at all because, you know, we're putting a big layer right there. But those stars are definitely evident around the outside and it looks so good. Okay, so that was step 1 to stamp the stars and to stamp birthday wishes on our little sentiment piece. So there's our birthday wishes sentiment, and we have not used this one yet, so I'm going to stamp it off again just like I did the others. And it's going right in the middle of this piece. Just like that. Okay, so my next step in my instructions is to put dimensionals on the back of my candle layer, and then we're gonna put that on the card front. I love the dimension that these add to our cards. Don't want to put them upside down. Make sure which way your card is opening, that you have it where you want it. And now we're putting some dimensionals. Step 3 is to put dimensionals on the back of our birthday wishes. Just on either end. And we're attaching that to our foil. I'm going to do the next thing first. We're going to attach this birthday wishes onto that, but I want to put some tear and tape on the back of this because this is put on flat on our card, and we just need a piece of tear and tape across the center of that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put this on. And then tear my tear and tape off and stick this. It's right in the middle of the card, right in the middle of all of these candles is where this goes. Just like that. And then we do have one of each of our little dots that goes on this card also, and it's going down here on our tag to make it colorful. So we have this pretty blue Azure Afternoon dot right here at the top. Our Calypso Coral dot is gonna go right there. And our Pool Party dot, one more. Party dot goes right there. So isn't that lovely? Look at that beautiful card. All those sparkly flames, birthday wishes. I'm going to pull in our 3 cards, and you get extra supplies, so you would have extra dots left over. You'll have extra adhesive left over. You'll have the stamp and the ink spot. Wouldn't you love to get that in the mail on your birthday? I certainly would. And the envelopes are two-tone too, so that matches the card base, but it's lighter. Yes, these are just lovely. It's just lovely. So there's that card. And happy birthday. Try and get them all in here. And our Let's put them in order. 1, 2, and 3. Those are the cards from the Brightest Birthday Kit. I hope you'll check out our kits because they're a great way to start stamping, and they have everything that you need. So you could see how easy that was. Just sort out your supplies and start gluing stuff on. It's so easy, and yet it makes such fun, creative cards. If you have any questions, you can always email me, Joanne at therockpaperscissorsstudio.com. I will be happy to answer them. And if you go to our website, therockpaperscissorsstudio.com, then you can click Shop Now and look at the kits collections on the Stampin' Up! Website. I appreciate you supporting my small business. It certainly helps me and our family. So if you thought this video was useful and you liked what you saw, then go ahead and like and share that so that others can see it too. I hope you have a blessed day.